show. So I'm in the fabric room because I need some appliques. This is why Tiffany So Talented, by the way, and I am starting a new dress. It's so cute, inspired by Tommie from Love and Hip Hop, so you know I'm gonna tag and mention her. But let me show you this drawing so we can get into it, baby, because it is so cute. And I already pulled my stones. Stones pulled. The color palette is going to be lime and electric yellow and AB. And this is the dress. Oh, so cute. So they saw this, got so inspired, and decided to turn this beautiful design into a ballroom gown. And I'm here for it because I get to do it and I'm excited about it. So I have my stones, but you see these lines? I think I'm gonna need some sequins just to give it an extra texture, extra pop. So let's find some. I think they're over here with this stuff here. But I know we have some silver. Where is it? Ah, here it is. So I might have to cut this up because I just want to use the lines. Well, there's really not any that are just straight. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Wow, I love this. And it is gorgeous. It's a little too swirly for me. So I found this over here. And I think this might work a little better just because the lines are straight up and down, no swirls. You see it? You see it? Do you love it? I think this is gonna work. All right, so let's get into it. I guess you could say this is the dress in the nude with not a stone on it, just all of these beautiful feathers strategically placed, and I will add more once I get the placement of all of these stones and the sequins. But here is your first look of the dress with nothing on it. It's gorgeous. By Judy Fernando. Right, so I got all of my beautiful appliques nice and cut out. They're super shiny, and that is why I chose them, because I want the maximum amount of shine, so it looks like the beautiful, gorgeous, elegant, amazing bodied Tommie right here. And it's gonna be like this. So, like I said, I pulled out my colors. Got the neon green, some neon yellow. I found some iridescent green pearls. I don't know if I'm gonna use those, but I have AB as well. So let's start placing these beautiful sequins. Make me a nice necklace in the front, a nice bottom torso piece, and another necklace for the back, and a torso piece under here as well. Right, I had to separate them by size, from small to big. So the first thing that needs to be done is to find the proper configuration for these sequin pieces. So as you can see, I wanted to elongate it in the center and start with the neon green and accent it with that neon yellow. So on those marker marks is where I'm going to add the neon green. Then I'm going to go in with the AB line. Then I'm going to go back in with a neon yellow line just to keep the accent nice and bright. And I think it came out pretty good. As you can see, I elongated some past the sequence, and I went ahead and chalked out my bust lines and the crosses in the center because I want to make sure that everything looks exactly like how it did on Tommie, because that body is amazing. So I wanted my dress to be equally as amazing. And I like that center X on the tummy, and I'm definitely gonna do that. Now with the ballroom gown, there is an attachment where the skirt is, so I will make sure that I go in and cover that seam seamlessly. So I want to make sure that I cover the tush as well. So I'll bring it down toward the feathers, make a cute little accent at the top of the feathers. It's going to be so pretty. So now I'm going to go into this bust with these sequin pieces. All right, a new day, new day. So I got the top of the beautiful neckline done. I see that I need to glue that down a little bit, but I got the frame for the bust lines done. Kind of chalked out the waistline. We'll work on that once we get there. But I got the frame around the arm, around the neck, and I started this frame here around the back. So what I'm gonna do is continue that to this line here, take all of these pins out, and you see how in between the lines here I use the electric yellow. I think I'm gonna use AB in between these lines here. But I also started this trek down, and I gotta bring that back up. And then the straps will be done and I can just focus on the lines. But I love the way these sequin accents are coming out. It's just giving the extra sparkle that I love. So I got one of the busts done. It is looking amazing, gorgeous, spectacular, similar to what this looks here. And I started my lines for the second bust, and those lines are for these green diamond shapes. All right, let's do it. So I got the other bust done, and it is looking amazing. Same thing I just said, but it's true. I put this little frame here at the bottom. It goes up to a point, down and around. That's really cute. That's to frame this X that's in the middle there. And I started my sequent for the bottom piece. And now I'm gonna go back on TikTok Live to do this torso. So make sure you come watch. I'm sure by the time this video comes out, I'll be doing another dress on TikTok Live. My God. So this gorgeous dress here gets a small project alert. Aren't you excited? I'm excited too. So I have this piece of power mesh up there because I get to make a back piece that kind of looks like a necklace. I don't know exactly how I'm going to attach it, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Now let me show you what I'm doing. The beautiful Tommie from Love and Hip Hop New York fame is the inspiration for this dress, and this is how we turned it into ballroom. Instead of a beautiful gown, it's more of an all-around dancing gown now. But this is what we are tackling today. So I have to make this really cute back piece, and I think it's gonna be gorgeous. So I put some plastic and some power mesh up here, and we're just gonna stone right on the dress and see what happens. Talking with the bosses, I think I'm going to make two pieces, and because the intersection where our snap is here, I'll put it in the middle, attach one side to this side and the other side to that side. All right, I am halfway done. And I just wanted to show you really quick what I'm doing. So this 3, 4 in the center are straight up and down. And then once I got to these specialties, you kind of see like right here, it starts to curve out So this sequin line is straight and it starts to curve out. The diamonds are straight, then they start to curve out. See how you can really see it with this line here. It starts to curve out because it's supposed to fan out like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this other side and then come back when it's time to let it dry so I can show you how I silicone the back. Alright, so the stoning part of this beautiful small project back piece is done. I moved the straps up a little bit so you can see how crisp that line is right there. Perfection. So we're gonna let that dry for about an hour and then I will come back when it's time to silicone. So I have a handful of feathers left. So while we're waiting for this small project to dry, I'm just gonna try to sparsely fill in some of these spots, mostly in this area here. Yeah. By the time I'm done with that, either I'll go into sprinkling these empty spots with gold quartz, or it'll be dry and then we can go into the silicone of that. But you know what? That's on the small project, so we're not gonna worry about that right now. I am done adding all of these extra beautiful feathers on this hip right here. So I think I'm gonna go to the back and grab the gold quartz so I can fill in these little areas in here with the negative spacing because the small project is not dry yet. So let's go do that. Okay, so I had a slight dilemma, but I fixed it. So I don't know if you were really paying attention to this X in the center, but this line here was giving a little too straight while this one is clearly arched. So I just acetoned it off and gave this an arch, and I think it's symmetrical. Let me stand it up. We can look at it. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll show you a side by side of what it used to be. And I think this one looks better. Right, so we do have a few different colors of brown that we can use to do the body sprinkle. Let me show you. So we have golden shadow right here, which I think is a little too brown because that nude is more ashy. We have this gold quartz right here. We have a gold quartz AB, and then there's a silk somewhere. I don't know where the silk is, and I'm not about to search for it. So I think we're gonna go with this gold quartz. Let me pull some out. Pack of 20, pack of 16. Let me open that up for you. Alright, let me show you. So it's giving like a pale beige. I think it'll fit perfect. Okay, on second look, I have two different colors. So this is the original gold quartz that I was talking about. I still couldn't find the silk, but I found light Colorado topaz. And I like this. You know what? Let me take the filter off. Right, here is the color with no filter. This one is a little warm, kind of light beige, and this one is a little cold, kind of more brown. I don't know. I'm gonna bring both to the table or to my desk and do a sample, and we'll see. But for now, which one do you think I'm gonna pick? Gold quartz, light Colorado topaz. And so this is the gold quartz. I like that. But this is the light Colorado topaz. And in the packaging, it was giving cold, but it's giving warm on this color palette with the greens and the yellows. So I think I'm gonna go with the light Colorado topaz. I'm sorry, gold quartz. You're giving crystal, and that's not the vibe. So we're gonna go with this, and I will finish out this section, and I'll be back so you can see it. Okay, so my little PC piece, as you can see here, that's not up there anymore, is dry on both sides. But the problem is I went to go find the silicone and we don't have any more. So I think what I'm gonna do is just flip the piece over and put lines of E6000 down the back and then smooth it out. You wanna watch? Tip off for this one and just be real heavy-handed with the glue as if it was silicone. I'll probably use this entire syringe, especially up here. So where you see the glue concentrated is where I want it to stay together. Now everything else I'm just going to glue individually. These are the parts that I'm going to cut apart. So E6000, I don't know if you're aware, but it is self-leveling. So all of those bumps and bruises that I was giving it while I was trying to smooth it out, it will level itself. So I'm just gonna go in and just make sure that all of my stones are 100% covered, and it will level itself back out. But for the most part, I think I got it all. So I'm just gonna sit this in front of my fan right here and let it dry until the morning. Small project alert, girlies. So this is something new that we're trying, because normally I would definitely just use silicone, but since we don't have any silicone and I still want to give it that same kind of thickness of the silicone, because I want it to be, I want to be able to cut it and it not move out of place or fall apart. But I like it. I like it. I might have to start using it like this instead of doing the silicone. Because sometimes you can get a bad batch of silicone and it won't even set. And I think that's why we don't have any right now, because the last batch we had was a bad batch. But we'll see how this process works out. This is a small project, and you know, we like to test and try new things, and this is definitely a new process. See you in the morning when it's dry. Because it's nighttime. Well, about to be nighttime here. Welcome back. This is the next day. And as you can see, it is 100% dry. So I went ahead and sliced up the very tips of each one of these, starting from a 1/2 inch all the way down to about 3 inches toward the middle. It's gonna go here, and what I need to do is figure out how I'm gonna attach this. So I'm trying to sew it to the piece here, and I want to add a little bit more glue just for security and to make sure that none of those threads fray. See how the glue just looks nice and shiny from the flat, it laying flat on its back. I love that. That's exactly what you want, because you don't want it to scratch the dress owner when she's wearing it. It is going to be high on the neck, and that can be irritating. So what I did was just cut it in half basically, and glue it to the top. The small project is finally done. Oh, look at it. So cute. I love the way it hangs. It's nice and stiff. Don't ever have to worry about any stones falling off. Oh, this dress came out gorgeous. Oh, look at that. So what I did was stitch all the way around like this, and then split it in the middle. So that side opens up, that side opens up. It's gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Small Project Alert. I really hope you really learned how to do it. I power meshed it. I stoned on the power mesh. I let the power mesh dry. Since we didn't have any silicone, I E6000 the back of it. I see a mosquito over there. Did you see it? I hope it stays away from me. But then I let it dry, cut some tassels, cut the lines, sewed it on, and voila. If you feel like you missed a step, feel free to send me an email at tiffanysotalented@gmail.com, and we can go over it for your project. Again, thank you for watching Small Project Alert. See you in the next one. The dress is finally done, and oh my God, it's gorgeous. Now, I wanted to start 2024 out with a bang, and baby, when I tell you I got what I manifested for, because look at it, all the beautiful specialty stones, the way that this X is on the body to make it look nude. I even sprinkled on the nude in the light Colorado topaz color. Oh, even right here in the negative spacing between the cup of the bust and the neckline detail. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love the way the fluff is here. I even put a little accent right there in the final scene shot. I'll zoom in on all of the beautiful detail. I love the way this dress came out. I even finished the Small Project Alert. So make sure that you tune in to the Small Project video so you can see exactly how I did that. But this dress is giving exactly what it was supposed to give. The inspiration was of Tommie from Love and Hip Hop, and I hope I did it justice. It's it's similar to the dress that she had on. Again, just inspiration. And I hope Tommie loves it. I'm definitely gonna tag her in it. So hopefully she comes and gets a dress made by me. That would be amazing. Such a dream, because I do love me some Tommie-ish. Boo. We ain't gonna get into that though. We're about to get into this though. See you in the next one.